One of Saskatoon's most popular and iconic summertime events is back with the announcement of the return of the Saskatchewan Jazz Festival. So happy today to be joined by Kevin TOBIN, who is the artistic director of the Jazz Festival. Kevin, before we get into this year's lineup, which is a great lineup, talk a little bit about what it was like last year when you've done this for so many years. Each and every year, this is part of your life, not having a jazz festival program, and then how great it must feel to be back in the saddle once again this year.
Yeah, it's great to be with you. And the last 16 months has certainly been a roller coaster for the Saskatchewan Jazz Festival. Last March, we were just in the process of announcing our ticketed program. The cancellation of the event happened very rapidly after the Junos had made the decision to cancel, and it's been very challenging. We, as most organizations, we've pivoted to a certain extent. We went into the live streaming and virtual programming, which I think was a really great opportunity for us to expand our skill sets, but also to support technicians and musicians who were no longer working as they normally would be. So it was a really interesting time. We were able to weather the storm, and so we're really excited for August 7th to the 15th and to get people out and enjoying live music again.
And the festival will look somewhat different this year, understandably, a little bit of a stripped-down affair compared to what people might be used to, but do still have some great acts coming in. Let's get into that a little bit. The first one I want to talk about, this is such a great idea because you're pairing two local bands in some ways, but it's also two bands that have gone on to incredible international success. Like, I went to elementary school with Sean and Saf from Wide-Mouth Mason, but they've also toured the world and played with all these huge bands. And I mean, the Sheepdogs, everyone knows about the Sheepdogs. You've got these two bands together for one night. What a great show.
Yeah, when we were looking at the programming and what programming opportunities may be in front of us, your viewers have to kind of keep in mind that the Step 3 reopening plan did not come with capacity. We didn't know what capacity restrictions were going to be until very, very late in that Step 3 of the reopening plan. So we had to plan accordingly. So, the festival budget was built in a certain way. We were willing to invest in bringing artists in and making the best program that we possibly could with the resources that we had. And we wanted to support obviously local and provincial musicians, but also regional Canadian musicians. And we hadn't had the Sheepdogs perform at the festival since I believe it was 2010 when they were vying for the cover of the Rolling Stone. And Wide-Mouth Mason hadn't played the festival until the late, they last played the festival in the late 90s. So we thought, what a way to bring the festival back than two kind of iconic Saskatchewan bands that have gone on.
The next night, which is Saturday, August 8th, WASHBOARD Union, 7-time CCMA award winners, again showing the eclectic nature of the Jazz Festival, getting a little bit of everything, all types of genres.
Yeah, I think it's really important. I mean, festivals have obviously, jazz festivals, blues festivals have really expanded their programming over the years in order to appeal and attract, different audiences, not only as a way of getting more people out to the festival, but also getting them out to knowing what the festival is about. To have an award-winning country artist, WASHBOARD Union, perform on the main stage is just, I think, something that's just an extension of what we've been trying to do.
And then the next night, transitioning to a little bit more of the folk side of things with Whitehorse. They put on a great live show. I imagine that one will be a lot of fun in the Gardens.
Yeah, absolutely. We haven't presented Whitehorse. I know they've played town. They've sold out a couple of shows at the Broadway Theater, and they have a really strong fan base in town. So they're going to perform as a trio, and I'm just working on. That was Charlie.
Hey, Charlie.
Just working on the free stage. The support act for that particular show. But yeah, we're really looking forward to having them perform at the festival. That was Charlie's debut.
Well, it's a great. We're used to it after this long working from home. We're getting all members of everyone's family. Let's wrap things up by talking a little bit about the Saskatoon Jazz Orchestra presents Keyed of Life, the music of Stevie Wonder. This is the Tuesday, August 10th show at the Bessborough Gardens. Everyone loves Stevie.
Everyone loves Stevie, don't they? And everyone who doesn't know the Saskatoon Jazz Orchestra, this is an incredible band that's coordinated by Dean McNeil. And I can't say enough about Dean McNeil, who's the head of music up at the University of Saskatchewan. He is an amazing person and keeps jazz alive here in Saskatoon, and he's really honed this band over the last number of years. And Dean is a creative force behind that band, and he came to me with an idea about presenting a show with Stevie Wonder. We don't do a lot of jazz in the Bessborough Gardens from a ticketed perspective. We've had Herbie Hancock and a handful of other artists, but to be able to showcase the Saskatoon Jazz Orchestra in that environment, playing the music of Stevie Wonder, that's a great night.
So tickets for all of these big shows at the Bessborough Gardens went on sale on the 14th, and a good response, I would say, early going. Actually crashed the phone system, which in some ways isn't ideal, but I think that's a really good sign that people are excited to get back and take in the Jazz Festival, because it is such a huge annual tradition here in Saskatoon. Want to mention there will still also be free stage programming. That's going to be announced towards the end of the month, Kevin?
That's right. On July 27th, we have roughly 40, maybe 45 shows as part of the free stage programming, and that will include additional free shows that are going to be happening in the Bessborough Gardens, in addition to a number of other venues in the downtown area. So that schedule comes out on July 27th. I'm really excited about that program. I think it's an eclectic program showcasing some of our just amazing talent that we have here in the city and in the province. And we've got 3 weeks before the start, and really excited about it.
Kevin, I know you're a busy man. Thanks so much for spending some time with us this morning.
Great to see you. Thanks so much for your support. Appreciate it.